Oh well, Bev, yeah, what's your assessment on the draw? Was it frustrating the way you conceded the goal?
Yeah, I mean, I need to see you back. I don't know if it was a penalty or not, but I think regardless, we had to grind out by the end. I think, we've been struck with a little bit of, a bit of an injury crisis. And I think, to be fair to the young kids who came in, Pia Vlock I thought was outstanding. Not that it surprised me. And then you go and give, young Lily Brazendale her first pro experience. So I think by the end we just had to grind it out. Do I think we should have won the game? Absolutely. I think we had some chances that we should have put away. But I would say, like, watching the first half, that is the team that I know. I thought we were very good in the first half and brought a bit more of our identity.
When did Samba get ruled out, and how frustrating is it to have a lot of key players missing at the moment?
Yeah, Samba was a late rule out, basically in the last 24 hours. And I think, what it is, it's club football, it's a next player up mindset. And like I say, those that did have to step up, I thought did really, really well. But we're going through a little bit of a phase at the moment. I think the international break couldn't come quick enough, I think, just to help us through whatever that looks like.
How concerning is Alyssa's injury?
Yeah, I haven't seen it and I haven't actually spoke to her yet. But I mean, hopefully it's just a hyperextension or something. But I don't know yet what that looks like. Because I think she's been great for us in pre-season and in the last game. So we seems to be a little bit of a crisis that we've got going on.
And what did you make of Pia's performance after first start?
Yeah, I think to say that's your first pro debut, late calling. I actually weighed up earlier in the week before I named the first starting 11, actually putting her in regardless. I think what I know Pia can do, she did today. I think for a young kid to not get overwhelmed in that occasion, I just think she's great technically, she's athletic. I think New Zealand have a great player on the hands for the future. I think she's football ferns material.
How important is it with these injuries to have those players who maybe thought they might not be in the starting 11 to step up while we're dealing with those?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's the culture of the team. I talked at the beginning of the season about we'll be a team that's all needed, right, to get us over the line. And I think it does great things for young players to know there's a pathway. If I'm in the reserves in this club, I think you've just seen a young reserve step up and get to play pro football. I think it just, everybody has to be ready. They have to know their role, they have to know their set play role. I think this is the opportunity that lies in front of you. You can look at it as a curse when you have injuries, but there's major opportunity because later in the season, when you need to trust players, you've already tried them, you've already tested them, and like I say, I thought those that went in did well.
A lot of chances being created, the finishing touch maybe being the issue at the moment. Are you happy with the process? Is that something you're going to be able to work on in training? Yeah,
I think given the changes and given the people on the pitch, I think the creation I was quite happy with. I didn't think we got in behind them enough in the first half. We have to put those chances away now. We've got to start turning that screw a little bit, but I think overall the creation and how threatening we did look when we weren't on the back foot towards the end, I think that was more the team that I know, particularly the first 20 minutes of the first half and the first 20 minutes of the second half.
2 draws in 2 games. If you're playing an international tournament, that might put you in a bit of trouble in the group stage. A league tournament, there's a long way to go. How are you assessing the start? Yeah, I think it's a marathon, not a sprint. I think given our circumstances, I said to the team at the beginning of the year, we have to be a hard team to beat. And like any team has to have a really good game to beat this team. And that is the mentality that I've seen, in the last 2 games. I think we could have caved for sure. And I think the resilient group, when you know how to grind out a result, especially when you're so light on the bench, I think I'm really proud of the effort of the group. I think, I've been around the game long enough to, I see the process, I see what's in front, I see the context. Now we just got to keep moving forward and be ready for next week. And after watching a lot of football here last season, what do you make of your coaching debut on the sideline?
Listen, I love Porirua Park. It's got a great vibe. I think the fans were fantastic today. They gave a bit of stick to the opposition, which always helps. I think it feels like home. It feels like a fortress. And next time we're here, hopefully we can get our 3 points.